Hi, and welcome back to the channel. Or if it's your first time, welcome to the channel as well. I decided to make another boat, another Seahawk fishing boat, and this time it's going to be a Seahawk 2, so it's sort of a micro fishing boat, if you will. And I get a lot of questions about how do you make the floor, so I'm just going to produce just a short video here on just how to build just a wooden floor and how to cut it out in size and that sort of thing. So uh, yeah, you can look forward to seeing another boat video, another full build video, probably followed up by a sea test video or possibly combined into one. But anyway, before I get started, I also want to please ask you to subscribe and like the video. It'll help me build the channel. I'm trying to get the channel in shape to monetize it, and I would really appreciate any additional subscriptions and any likes to the video you can throw my way. And if you have any questions, just send me a comment, and I'll do my best to answer them. So anyway, let's get going. Okay, you want to start by getting the heaviest piece of paper that you can get your hands on. This piece of paper came from, it was a backing piece for some vinyl floor that we had installed in our basement. And here, this particular photo is showing the line that you want to pick up on the boat. That is a seam that connects the bottom to the side. And you're just going to try to pick up that line and transfer it onto the paper. Get it as close as you can. It doesn't have to be absolutely perfect. You can kind of smooth it out later. Okay, so you've now cut out your template, and just put it back on the boat, tape it down, and just check it. Just go around the perimeter of the paper pattern and check that it lines up fairly nicely with that seam that I showed you in the photograph. So if you see any spots that are a little off, just make a note of it on the paper pattern, like, well, okay, this is maybe a little bit undercut or a little overcut and needs to be trimmed back, and make your adjustments. Now, the other thing you need to do at this point, before you throw the pattern onto the board as I'm showing, is you need to take that pattern and you need to remove 1/2 inch from the perimeter of it. So you've got your size on size pattern, and then you're going to go and you're going to cut 1/2 inch around the whole perimeter of it off. You're going to transfer that pattern onto the plywood, and then you're going to cut it out as shown here. Now what you'll want to do is with a fairly aggressive cutting file, you want to file a complete radius onto the edge of the plywood. The plywood I'm using there, by the way, is just 3/8 spruce sheathing plywood. It's the very cheapest stuff you can get. We get it here in Canada for $20 a sheet, and it's enough to do several boats if all you're talking about is bottom. So once you've got the radius cut in with the file, just go over it with sandpaper. You want it as smooth as you can. What you're looking for here is no edges whatsoever, that the plywood can't splinter off and poke your vinyl boat and cause a leak. So or cause any chafing just by a rough edge. So as smooth as you can make it. I started off with a coarse file, and then took it down with some coarse sandpaper, and then finished it off with fine sandpaper. So here I am, just finishing off the fitting of the boat. You'll let some air out of that beige chamber in the middle just to get it in there. Get it in there snug, and then reinflate the middle chamber, and at that point it's done. It's good. You can paint it if you want to. I know in the past I used some pipe wrap to go around the perimeter of the board as well, and that works great. It keeps the floor in there really snug, but I do find especially with the bigger boats, it's prone to damage. So it's quite soft stuff. And anyway, with this particular boat, I'm going to try to do without it this time. I think it should be just fine. I see other guys out there not worrying about it. So there it is, all done. Not a difficult project. Probably took me no more than 20 minutes start to finish to get that floor cut out.